So unfortunately, I don't know. It seemed like the first recording I had captured the overlay, but I no longer, for the life of me, can get my overlay to get captured, so you'll just have to take my word on it. I've spent like an hour trying to figure it out, so I give up. Let me double check and just make sure. Yeah, it's not like capturing it. So I'll just say what they're rated here. Bloodlust is rated 48, Tide Lost is rated 60, and Fire Ellie is 97. No surprise there, Fire Elemental's always been insanely good, and it looks like even with the power creep it still is. I'd have to imagine it's jam session. It is. It's rated 76 versus the other 65 and 53. Interesting that it's only rated a 76. I feel like this is a pretty good card, especially for Shaman. We'll see. Alright, we'll just say Chisel is the highest rated here at 87. Sure. Looks like Slime Scale is the highest rated here at 78, but the others are not far behind. 69, nice for Crud Caretaker, and 62 for Flight and Tongue. I'm surprised this Crud Caretaker is rated so low. That's just like an objectively better Tazdingo. I do imagine though that the slime... This is just a really good unit. Okay, I've done this one before. That's a great unit. Backstage Bouncer. Especially when I have totems and this Carving Chisel. Harkener of Dread, so that's... The Backstage Bouncer is rated 89, whatever that is in the middle is 44, and then 85, not far behind, is Harkener of Dread. 5/5/2/2, Death Rattle summon a 6/6 undead with taunt. Very vulnerable to silence. I think we'll do that. Alright, Plated Beetle is the highest rated here. Yeah, I think I don't know, is that really the best? It's just a River Croc. That 3 armor doesn't seem that relevant. I'm looking at the party favor totem, and that seems okay. But it's rated 54, while the Beetle's 70 and 59 for the Tolver. And the Tolver is also just a River Croc, but at least it has taunt, and if I roll a heal totem or otherwise get some heal, it has more upside. I really don't see how Plated Beetle is the best here. I mean, I guess I have a weapon. Maybe their thought is I'm going to be face tanking a lot. Maybe I am. At the end of your turn, summon a random basic totem. I could infuse it for 2. I guess that doesn't seem that good. But the Tolver seems better than the Plated Beetle. I think I'm going to take the Tolver. Okay, definitely this Horn of the Windlord, I would imagine, is a top. Actually, it is, but it's 97 to the 92 Brass Elemental. Brass Elemental does seem good, but this Horn of the Windlord is absolutely busted. Absolutely taking it. Jazz Base, I now have 3 weapons. It's definitely the highest rated here. Your next spell costs 1 less. Overlord while equipped to improve. I mean, it's really probably not gonna always have that spell get reduced, but at the end of the day, it's a 3-cost Fiery War Ice. Ghost Rider, discover a spell. Finale, discover another. Mishmasher is top rated here. For 8 mana. After this attacks, gain 1 attack and attack a random enemy minion. I guess it could board clear, is the idea. I'm not a fan of Rowdy Fan, and Scuttlebutt Ghoul doesn't seem very good. Especially considering I don't think there's any Shaman secrets. Again, I don't know why these are neutral cards. Whatever. This Ancestral Knowledge is top rated, though Death Reaver Aura is not far behind. Give a minion Death Rattle, summon 2 zombies. Overload 1. I think I'll take card draw. Lightning Storm is way out ahead, and I'll definitely take over these. Altered Chord is way ahead. Lifesteal. Deal 6 damage to a minion. Cost 3 less if you're overloaded. I guess so. Actually, Remixed Musician is rated ahead of Jam Session here. Gain an extra effect in your hand that changes each turn, and it already has Rush. I guess you just hope for Divine Shield or Rebirth, is my guess. I'll take it. It's gotta be Fire Elemental. Still don't know why Abusive Sergeant is a 1-1 in this power creeped world. Would it kill him to bring it back to a 2-1? Still wouldn't be nothing compared to the 1-drops they've created since then. Candle Razor, they're all rated about the same, but Candle Razor's slightly ahead at 89, 85 for Bolt, 82 for this Red Gill. I don't know why that Red Gill's rated so high. I mean, I guess 2 mana, 3 damage, but yeah, I don't get that one. I would rather just have the Lightning Bolt. Granted, it is rated higher, but it's only rated 3 higher. It's like, why wouldn't I just always take a Lightning Bolt over that? But this Candle Razor could be pretty good. I do think with this deck we're often going to have a board. We'd make it relatively aggressive here. Wow, Noyatron is the highest rated here. I don't think any of them are that good. It's interesting to me, though, that with my deck, the Dread Corsair is still rated so much lower than the others. They rated a Noyatron a 75, Tenacious Sandland a 72, and a 39 for Dread Corsair, despite the fact that I have 3 weapons, 2 of which would bring this to a 0 cost. Or I guess a 1 cost. I mean, I guess the first weapon would only make it a 3 mana, 3/3, which is not great. I wonder what the reasoning on a Noyatron being rated so high is. Is it just because I have a Jam Session? Because as far as I can see, that's like the only buff card I have. I don't feel like a Noyatron's that good. I don't feel like any of these are that good, but to me it seems like the Dread Corsair is better. Well, I'll trust the tier list here. None of them are that good. If they're saying a Noyatron, sure. Novice Sapper is the highest rated here. Guess I'll take it. Whoa. Command of Nephilim, one of the highest rating I've seen, 161. That makes sense. I mean, this thing seems absolutely broken. For 5 mana, you get 2 5/4s with Rush. Overload just 1. Yes. Right, these are all rated very low. Tide Lost Burrow is the highest at 59. Dredge, if it's a Murloc, I have 1 other Murloc. I guess I'm going to 2/2 copy of it. That will very rarely hit, so it's most likely just a 4 mana 4/4. I could have a 4 mana 3/6 that dredges and reduces cost by 1. I don't know how in any world they would rate the Tide Lost over the Excavation here. That's freaking bonkers. I almost just want to disable this tier list. I don't think it's like even worth having. There's no way that it's like accurate. Radiance of Azshara. Your nature spells cost 1 less. Okay, these are legendaries, but these are not very good ones. The highest rated one here is the Radiance of Azshara, 62. The others are like 30. Fucking ridiculous. Or I guess 60 for the Baron, but 30 for a Grand Totem. Your nature spells cost 1 less. After you cast a frost spell, gain 3 permanent. But I don't have... So what do I have? I have a jam session, which is fire. I have so fire spell damage +2. I get +2 damage on jam session. I have a nature spell with lightning storm. It costs less. Altered Court is also nature. It costs 1 less. Command of Neptulon costs 1 less. Or just a 4 mana 3/6. I mean, a 3 mana 3/4 is already fine, and these effects do seem good. What about this totem? At the end of your turn, give 1/1 for all totems in your hand, deck, and battlefield. For 3 mana, it's an 0/4. Yeah, these are horrible. I'll take this. I mean, this one seems okay. The Radiance of Azshara. I don't know why it was rated so low. That seems like probably pretty good. So these are all rated pretty low. 11 for Freebird, 35 for Sea Scout. Which is funny because we've had Sea Scout be pretty good. But I only have an Annoyatron for it here. Choose an enemy minion, swap it with a random one in their deck, rated 64. I don't know. I guess out of all this crap, it's the one that's okay. Alright, hold on 1 sec. Okay, 167 Pack the House. That's like Command Neptulon level. Summon a random 6, 5, 4, and 3 cost minion. Overload 2. Well, we'll take it. I will trust that 167 has to be good. Masked Reveler. Summon a 2/2 copy of another minion in your deck. For 6 mana. That's the highest rated at 69. I don't know if it's that nice. Thing from Below costs... This is 61. Feels like the Thing from Below should be the best one here. I mean, I should be able to get that to cost not much, right? I have a Novice. I have the Chisel. I don't know, maybe I'm not hero powering that much, and it's just the Chisel that would make it okay. Not sure why Jam Session is listed as a synergy with this. Well, maybe I will do the Masked Reveler. I don't know. I'll try it. Schooling is rated very high at 110. Add 3 1/1 Piranha Swarmers to your hand. Huh. Doesn't seem like it's that amazing. I guess I'll try it out. Oh, Hex. It's gotta be Hex, right? Yeah, Hex 108. Always been broken. Hilariously broken card from the very start of this game. If you told me this was the most broken card in the original set, I wouldn't disagree with you. 3 mana, just delete everything about the unit. Although, I don't know, that other mage spell might give it a run for its money, the 4 mana one that essentially does the same thing but doesn't leave him with a frog. It's promo Drake for sure, right? Yeah, 109 promo Drake unit. Okay, Piranha Poacher is rated the highest here. At the end of your turn, add a 1/1 Piranha Swarmer to your hand. I guess. Guess we got a lot of Piranha Swarmer stuff going on. Stereo Totem. How's this rated so low and it has wrecked me so many times? Like, Coin Stereo Totem has wrecked me so many times in Marina. But it's telling me the Brass Elemental here is rated 103, and even the Altered Chord is a 96. I'll try it. I'm gonna pay attention though to what I could have had. If I draw that and I could have had the totem instead, we'll see. This is pretty bad if Stranglethorn Tiger is the highest rated here. Tempted to take the Flow Rider. Yeah, I don't know. I have a lot of stuff that overloads. Overloaded. So I have to overload that turn. And my spells are good. I'm gonna go with the Flow Rider. Screw him. I'm not taking a freaking Stranglethorn Tiger. I will say the deck seems good.
You asked for it.
I feel like a lot of high value stuff. Okay, we definitely don't keep these, I don't think. Do I keep a Yaz base? When I'm going first, I don't know. I'm gonna try to get a 1 or a 2 drop. Okay, we have a jam session instead. Okay, a Noitron jam session could be good if it somehow sticks. We'll see if they coin some bullshit out.
Error. Hot bucket.
And they're Mech Mage. Alright, they'd probably have to hero power this to kill it. Which is good for me. We don't want to get too high behind on board, and I can just put this down, and that also prevents me from putting something super good down. And then we could go this and jam session next turn if we need to.
Audio processing.
Looks like that will be the play, unless I want to do that. Yeah, let's do that. For some reason I was thinking I could attack the hero that turn, but I guess I can't. So we're still in 4 mana next turn, we can just play that. What did he play in the past? Coin? He got 2 coins for that? Doesn't seem amazing.
Elements guide me.
Let's do this first. Then put this down in case they have like some unit that attacks both sides. Alright, we are way ahead right now. He needs like a board wipe to win. There's just, I don't see how he can get back on tempo here. Wait, did I overload it? What the fuck? Alright, well I forgot is fucking Modern Arena, where I guess just bunchable fucking shit happens. Do this. Have, how does he have yet another board wipe? I guess this... I'm trying to think, why did he have Flurry? It said gain spells from the past, but he never casted those in the past, so how did he get those from that spell? That's what I'm so confused about. Some of this shit just doesn't make sense. He obviously never played a 5 cost in the past, so is that what it created for him?
Nox Ramus shall be cleansed.
Uh-oh. Alright, it could be after an enemy attacks your hero, so I'm gonna copy of it. Oh, that's annoying. If that happens, I'll just command Nephilim here then. Let's see if it's that. It's not. So when your opponent plays a minion, counter it. Could be counterspell. Is it counterspell?
I wonder.
What if I do this?
This may just be my best song yet.
There is little time.
Right, it's either Oasis Ally when a friendly minion is attacked, or counterspell. We got Lethal on board. And he definitely needs to do some stuff here. Start. I mean, I guess I had that spell, so I can't really complain, but this spell seems absolutely broken. I'm guessing it's counterspell. Either way, we won't find out if it's Oasis, because obviously... How much does that cost? I can't tell because it's fucking overlay. Wow. Okay, that could be pretty good here. This fucking overlay, man, I can't... How much does that dumbass spell cost? Can't read it, but whatever... Wait, what is it? 3? That costs 3. What the fuck?
What to do?
Alright. We can do Command 11. So it's definitely... Unfortunately, we will create a thing here, but I think it's probably worth it. Wait, what the hell spell? Okay, this overlay is wrong then, because it's some secret that just like isn't in the list, I guess. Is it ice block or some shit?
There is little time. Elements guide.
I definitely did that in the wrong order. I was just confused because this overlay like lists me the possible secrets and they're all X'd out now. So yes. Okay, now we can command a level, I guess. after I play that. Could also just play that.
I am the rage of our queen!
Too bad they're untargetable. So... Unfortunately, can't do anything, but whatever. Such is life. And I forgot to hero power. Probably should have hero power. We are going to Hexus. Play. Okay, Spellbender. Apparently that's what it was. Alright, fuck it. So annoyed. This motherfucker just has answer after answer after answer. Alright, well, we can't win. I don't know. Maybe pack the house. Maybe pack the house. This guy's motherfucking deck. I'm never gonna say that I have a powerful deck again. I mean, this guy has 2 motherships, 2 star powers, like fucking a complete mech mage synergy deck. Golem, fucking arcane defenders times 2, like fucking hell, dude. Yeah, maybe if I get back the house. Even then, I don't really know how we're supposed to do this.
You win this
Like, I remember star power being rated like very middling in the tier list, which is wild to me. I mean, how does this not just clear every board almost that it plays if you play it on curve? 5 mana, it's like a 5 mana fucking flame strike, except better in most cases. Ugh. Alright, yeah, I'm turning off the tier list from now on. Like, I'll think about how many like 90 to 100 rated cards I had in this deck, and they just don't do jack fuck all, you know? They do jack fuck all.
versus Uther. I will fight with honor.
For Doomhammer.
I probably want to keep the Lightning Storm, since it is Paladin.
Mind if I roll need?
This is a nature spell, so we could do this and coin it. Jam session, please. Just to pack the house.
What to do?
This is not any type of spell, unfortunately. Man. Yeah, I don't know why Anoitron was rated so high. I mean, look how fucking useless it is here. Tempted to do the piranhas, I guess. I don't want this thing just to die for free.
There is little time.
At least to hit my hero.
I'm bringing the party.
Wind and brass. Blown away.
Do that just because I have this other Swarmer, so I can make it a 2 damage. The fucking Anoitron is doing nothing for me. Might go with an Ancestral Knowledge this next turn. If he doesn't do much. Oh, great. This guy is just never gonna ever actually get to do anything with the Wind Fairies. As I suspected, this is not that good of a card, the Brass Elemental. I don't know why it's rated so high. Think how little that fucking card has done for me in those 2 fights. Like, it may as well have just been a 3-4 do nothing, you know? Could have accomplished the same shit. More or less. I mean, I would have had a taunt up, etc., etc. Okay, so I guess since he did that, might as well Ancestral Knowledge, Hero Power. Could put the Swarmer in, or just start doing this. Maybe we can do both.
Elements guide me.
At least we could cut off his value from True Silver this turn. We bait out a Consecration, which for some reason costs 3 mana now. One of the best cards in the game. At 4, it's now 3. Use a Sergeant though, we can't make that a 2-1. That would make too much sense. Okay. Could just put that out there. I don't have much else to do this turn, unfortunately.
I wonder.
Yeah. It's a shitty turn otherwise, so let's do that. I have 7 next turn to pack the house.
Elements guide me.
Theoretically, I can't lose to 4 damage here. You would need some sort of a way to deal additional damage. Hey, there you go. Why don't they just always have the answer for everything. Not only that, he doesn't even have to use his fucking true sword.
Initializing descent.
Forbid that he dredged before the hammer. Anyway. Okay. Yeah, let's pack the fucking house. That's a pretty good one. Alright, let's get this Frothing Berserker started. So pack the house is balanced. Don't worry, I'm sure he'll have like a way to just clear everything. Don't you worry. Now, I'll be curious if this still costs less next turn. I don't think it will, if I understand the mechanic correctly. But we'll see.
Inside voices, please.
Still costs 2. So I could do that, but I'm more inclined to just use that. And this can be... I don't know. I guess if I do this, I can put the 4 drop out. Might as well do it while I'm overloaded, right? Question is... should I even put this down? Because if he has some board wipe... eh, fuck it. If he has a board wipe, let him have it.
I hope this fits on the ship.
There is little time.
You're undead to me.
Oh, I just had lethal that turn, I guess. I could have had lethal, because this is Wind Fury and I can actually attack the hero with it. Well, my bad. If I lose, I deserve this one. Yeah, I could have just done that. Attack. Was that guy even a taunt? I don't even know if he was a taunt. He was a taunt, but either way, it would have worked. Blessed King's Eye. It's time to give up, bud.
Must move quickly. The victory is yours.
So, that card really didn't come down to any strategy or anything. It just came down to the fact that I played an absolutely broken card, and it's a common. This is a common. I just want to let this sink in for a minute. This is a common, and like, what is it? This is a legendary. This is a common. This is a common. This is a legendary. No wonder Blizzard's struggling financially. Dude, I don't care if people complain. If I'm running a frickin' game that I'm a struggling company with, you bet your ass I'm gonna make the cards that cost literally like 50 times the other card. I'm gonna make that one better. Like, why not? Why not? I know people are gonna complain. I'm gonna complain no matter what, but like, if everybody's gonna complain no matter what you do, you might as well do the thing that makes you the more money.
Thrall versus Anduin.
Alright,
Light
Priest.
shall bring victory.
For Doomhammer.
And all of these cards are so good, but I know I have to throw them back. Because I need early stuff here. Alright, we didn't really get early stuff, but sure. It's relatively early. Do hope I get a 2-drop. I guess the Yaz base could get us back into it if they don't have a super strong start. There's a 2-drop, that's nice.
Sorry, Squishy, I'm working.
Alright, that's definitely a Yaz base turn.
Elements guide. Take you with me.
We probably should just backstage Bouncer this next turn. So, dredge for your opponent says cost is 6. Okay, I guess schooling's out of the running here. Now I believe if I do this right now, it still can attack. So let's test that through.
Give that minion a turn to
Okay,
get
well
ready.
that's completely inconsistent with what I've experienced in the past. Just hold it here, I guess.
I prefer post-hop Goblin Call.
Luckily I have all the broken Shaman cards, I think,
You're
so
both
I couldn't have
number
discovered
one
something
me.
that good. I think we should get our hero power in.
I am the rage of our queen!
Almost didn't hero power again. This is unfortunately the worst totem for us here. When we already have taunts. Is healing totem no longer a thing? This sure seems like it.
You get the goods. I'll
This is not that bad of a deal if I forget to hero power.
You get the
This
goods.
is literally
I'll
useless.
stand watch.
Probably just play this, right? I mean, I could play that, though, because it's reduced. I could technically dredge, too. Get Lightning Bolt would actually be playable, technically, if I drew into it. But I don't think it would even be that good. I think we just play this.
What a delightful party. Party's over.
Unfortunately, we already have the Tolver.
Closes in!
Well, actually, I don't know. 2/2 copy. Yeah, it doesn't matter. This could be anything, and it might be okay. That's a pretty good one to get, actually, out of that. Okay, I do want to put that down here, because if I can protect that... don't think I'll dredge here then, because I can't play this if I do that. Let's do this. Jam session, that will do. I guess we go here. This is dying. Oh, God damn it. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Fucking fire damage +2. Ay, ay, ay.
You get the goods.
Created by
I'll stand
Hipster.
watch.
Jesus, dude.
You get the goods. I'll stand watch.
It's so dumb. I guess we just command up the Lun here, I think. I don't know, I could play this and this. Maybe this is better? I don't know. This is probably better because then I threaten lethal on board. Yeah, let's just do that. He already played a light bomb. Surely he doesn't have a Holy Nova on top of it all, right? This game is so fucking annoying. It's minion only.
I hope this fits on the ship.
Alright. We do Drake or Elemental. I'm overloaded, unfortunately. No, I'm overloaded this turn, so I could do the Drake and actually get it to work. Let's do that then. Probably should have just done Fire Elemental. I mean, I'm threatening lethal. And then... Dude, how many board clears can one fucker have? Yeah, if I had just done Fire Ellie, we'd have lethal here. Wait, why do you cost 7? Oh my god. Well, I guess we're not playing that then? I don't know. Oh, I should have done Fire fucking Elemental. Alright, we'll just do this.
Touring grunge wave is more my vibe.
Another hipster. I've literally never even been offered this fucking card, I don't think. It's such an annoying card. At least there's like some... I mean, how can you even guess what it's gonna be? Apparently there's another board clear that it could have. Please give me fucking... You're dead. Thank God. 15,000 board clears later, I somehow still win. Surely it's the massive skill, right? Nothing to do with luck. I mean, I guess he had so many board clears, but he didn't really have any actual minions to play. Maybe his idea... I mean, that probably works out most of the time.
Thrall versus Uther. I will fight with honor.
For Doomhammer.
Remixed Musician. We haven't even played this card yet. Injured Tolver. So, is there only 3 different types of totems? Is it just the one that gives you attack, the taunt one, and the searing totem? Because I know they removed spell damage. It seems like they removed healing totem as well. And I have not seen that one in forever. Wind Fury. Okay, we may have to coin that out. Unfortunately. On 3 mana, he could definitely deal with it. Well, I can just kill this anyway. It's a Russian Wind Fury, so I don't want this thing to get a ton of value.
I'm drumming! I'm drumming!
I can play this next turn on curve.
Mount up!
There's the Warriors trainer. Okay, maybe everybody has that. I love how it's not even a battle cry. They just have... It's a 3/4 for 3 mana already. Just every fucking one of them has to attack and taunt forever. How the fuck is that balanced? I swear... So this card does have a rush. It should be able to attack. But unfortunately... You know, this fucking thing here... I'm gonna trade this. Alright, that's good. Now if I played this, I cannot play that. I think I will anyway. Oh, there's a healing totem. Which is again, ironically, the worst totem for me. Whatever. Hammer of fucking Wrath, man.
Reporting for duty.
Okay, jam session here and this thing gets healed. Good then.
I've got more left in me. Elements guide.
Should I attack? I think I should. Just want to get these totems on board. So I have command up on that I can play on the overloaded one.
What'll wet your whistle?
Yep, we'll just command up to that.
Take you with me. Elements guide me.
Least I'm out of consecration range.
The victory is yours.
Command Nettalon is deceivingly good. Maybe it's just not even deceivingly good it is. Yeah, we're winning. That's what I expected when I drafted this deck, but that first game was just fucked.
Thrall versus
Arena
Thrall.
killer shit.
For Doomhammer.
We're facing
For the
Arena
Frost
killer
Wolves.
here. Man, Noitron's so bad. It is a 2-drop though. And against a Shaman, I cannot afford to get outcurved. Like steel's useless. We don't want that. It's a good start for him. I guess Noitron's good against the Piranhas. What? Why does this exist for Shaman? What the fuck? Okay, I guess we got the same deja vu here, I guess. We definitely can't leave that up.
I'm drumming! I'm drumming!
take that out pretty easily with the piranhas. This piranha spell is pretty good. I guess I play this. It's dead on board, but maybe he... Yeah, I don't know. I have to play it. I can't let him get just snowballing ahead at this point. If he doesn't trade, I could do the backstage bouncer. Otherwise, it's probably Brass Elemental, which could potentially be okay into whatever he does. I've drawn this card in every game, which is unfortunate. Like, it's definitely not one of my better cards. Never mind, this is probably not that good here then. I could do this, because my turn 5 currently sucks. Turn 6 will be really good.
I hope this fits on the ship.
Jam session would, if he does leave my thing up, jam session would be good here. So we definitely want that to live. I thought this had taunt for some reason. So most likely it's not going to live, but we'll see. Maybe he just wants to go face, which would not necessarily be incorrect. Damn, he has another schooling. That's ridiculous. If I can survive to turn 6, maybe this horn can get back into it. I mean, still the jam session should be good into the Annoyatron here. So I'll kill most everything. Other option is I could put it here. That seems better, doesn't it?
Wind and breath.
Doesn't mean I can't do my 6-mana turn, but... That's
Blown away. Blown away.
that was a good combo. Might be able to get back into this now. If he doesn't have, like, Pack the House and all the other broken cards, then I can hopefully draw the broken cards.
I smell blood.
That was not a super powerful turn from him. That seems pretty bad. Yeah, we got a pretty shit turn here.
I wonder.
We have a horrible turn here. So awkward. Well, it feels bad, but I'm pretty sure this is a card. Dang, he's got another one of those. Of course, I'm not overloaded, so probably don't play it. Yeah, I think we just need to skip. I don't know, should I play it? I don't think so. I if he has like a lightning storm or something. A fucking third one of these. What the fuck is going on? He's a second one of those. Give me some of my broken shit.
Reporting for duty.
I am down to take 8 damage here, I guess. I think though. Still no overload.
I wonder.
If I take 8 damage, I die to a thunderbolt. I don't think I can take 8 damage here. Eventually I could heal. So let's do the swap. See what it is. I can hex it if it's... I know I'm giving him another one of those, but... And then I think we just... do that.
Those little ones guide me.
All's well
We're
that
outvaluing him, but we're at 8 health.
away with you.
Elements guide me.
Just in case he has a jam session or something. This will prevent any like primordial drake or whatever it is from being too devastating to me. He must have really not had much then. At 5 health. Alright, I'll take that one. I will say that was a good game arena, I feel. Didn't win off the back of like Command Neptulon or Attack the House. And I feel like I actually had to make decisions that were a bit... You know, I could have made decisions that would have ended in a loss, but I like got a narrow win there. That is the type of games that if I were the designer of the game, that's what I would be like really trying to push the games toward, is those type of games. I think we keep the chisel. Man, these cards are so good. Do I just keep them anyway? Like Pack the House? I don't know. I don't think so when you go first. Right, we got Command anyway and Schooling at the start. This is a really good hand. Yeah, it doesn't get much better than that.
A smidge of this, a pinch of that.
Discover a spell. If they guess the choice, they get a copy. I'm just going to guess what the best card is. That way they didn't get it. Draw a card if you played a Naga. It's not a Naga. If you played a Naga while holding this, do it again. Add a random 1, 2, and 3 cost elemental to your hand. I would assume it's that. Nope, it was that one. Okay, I guess they have a Naga. I don't know. Sure. I guess I just do this.
Elements guide me.
Might be able to jam session that. session one of these then. Be on 3 mana next turn, but I could just attack and replay Jazz Bass or something.
The Queen's power is beyond your comprehension.
It's discovering a lot of spells, so we don't want to. I assume that he's discovering the spells that clear boards or like delete units without triggering like any death rattle or anything like that. I could also just play 2 Piranha Swarmers here, attack with the one that has 2 attack, and then attack for a kill. I think maybe that's okay. I think we're putting a decent amount of pressure on here. I have Command Neptune next turn if I need it. His coin is spent, so he's locked to 4 here. Freeze a minion. It's only overloads for 1. I think we should play it. Yeah, just attack it, because I don't have much better attack. It hit my hero. It's been my experience with that crap card. I guess I didn't record the fucking start. Jesus.
My magic will tear you apart.
He didn't actually get that good of a one. And that's a-okay by me. I think we just push for face here. So we definitely have lethal on board. Hopefully he doesn't have another star power. Even if he does... Okay, he gets a board here. I'm so tempted to do face here. I thought I overloaded while I had that. Oh, maybe I didn't. I mean, I could just play this. It kills that, and then put that in. I think that's fine. I overload 1, but I could still get lethal with that.
There is little time.
I hope this fits on the ship.
Elements guide.
You can freeze the minion, but let's see, he gets a taunt, a heal, or a freeze on my character. I'm just gonna kill him right here. Because I have 6 damage to the face in hand.
Nox Ramus shall be cleansed.
And even if they get a taunt, they're gonna have to deal with this, because I'll kill that taunt pretty easily. either with Hex or Horn, or both. Yeah. You are done.
Elements guide me. Elements guide me.
Alright. Flowing. So far, I would say Shaman seems the most broken, actually. It's funny that they say Warrior was, because Warrior seemed actually the weakest that I've done so far. But I think they might have nerfed it right when I started playing, so I might just be behind on what the meta is. It certainly seems like Shaman is just crazily good. I mean, the Pack the House card, Command Neptulon's really good, but that Pack the House card, which I've only played once, I think, is just hilariously broken. I guess maybe you could low roll it. Seems unlikely. 1 mana 1/2 against Warrior. I think we just keep the schooling. Injured Tolver. Annoyatron. I like this schooling card. I think it was rated pretty high. And I see it. Like, it's actually, like, deceivingly good. And I guess if you get multiple of them, it can be even better. If you can get like 6 of these down, you're doing a lot of damage. Stim pack. Ah, yeah, that's the stuff. Tough turn here from our warrior opponent on 2 mana.
I must choose.
All it takes is a lot of lava.
That seems like a pretty good idea. I think we just take it out with piranhas here. It's either that or I put this down, but then I'm susceptible to like a weapon. This is a better play in the event that they don't have one. I'm gonna keep my coin. That's not good for him. Okay, question is, do I keep my coin? I think so, because my turn 4 doesn't look super good. I might be holding a brawl or something. I do have Candle Razor.
Burn away the blight.
Well, Candle Razor doesn't look that good now. And I could attack there, then give it Divine Shield, or I could just Ancestral Knowledge. And then that costs 3. Still would have to... Or no, that costs 2. So I could just do that on curve here and just have a bunch of cards. And then I could still play this next turn to get Divine Shield. So the play is get the Divine Shield right now, or get a bunch of cards.
What to do?
I think we want the cards.
There's no time. I'll take you with me.
Yeah, because we want to draw into all the broken stuff. Like, this is broken, Pack the House is broken, Command and Epsilon is broken. Not an amazing turn.
Me sweat candle. Take you with me.
From here on out, it should be good. I've got Fire Ellie, Horn. Even this, this is not horrible. Mishmash Mosher. And eventually, I've drawn I'm 2 cards ahead on him. So I could have theoretically... Yeah, I should be able to get to my cards faster.
Might or magic, I'll withstand it all.
Okay, I can kill that pretty easily. The question is, do I want to kill it with this or this? I think we just want to get this in. This thing's more broken than the Fire Ellie. So we'll do that.
Elements guide me. Elements guide me.
I could dredge for a good card next turn.
This may just be my best song yet.
I think we dredge here.
I hope this fits on the ship.
Pack the house. Then we'll
Elements
just
guide really like.
kill her, I guess. Don't think the Inoi Shrine is much better than a totem, honestly. Other option was Fire Ellie. I don't know. I think I'd rather have these in hand, and now I get so dredge means it was at the bottom 3 was Pack the House, so now I guaranteed that it's on the top of my deck. I think that was a good play. And will it? Now there is, of course, potentially Brawl, so I do need to think about that. I don't have to play Pack the House here. I have to imagine he has Brawl or some board clear that he's holding onto here, because he's like not doing anything. He has all these cards, but he's not doing anything. Alright, he has this. Yeah, I don't think that we should pack the house yet. I think we just fire Ellie hero power. If he has a Brawl, let him use it now. Otherwise, we threaten lethal. 6 plus 6, 12, and then I have 3, and then I have a Fire Ellie. That's really all he's doing this turn. Shield Slam. I still suspect there's a Brawl in there. so we'll see. But I can just do this and this turn, and that's pretty good. If he puts any sort of big thing down, it dies to the Murloc. I feel like it's kind of greedy of him not to have attacked the taunt totem with his weapon. I don't know. Like, what if I had Bloodthirst? It's possible.
Might or magic, I'll withstand it all.
Like, if he had previously done that, he could have took out one of my units here. That is weak execute. Alright, we can just kill this. Do we have lethal? I also don't necessarily have to kill it with the Murloc. I got 5, 8, and then I have the flute. I'm tempted just to play this, honestly. Keep this there. Is there any other lethal I might be missing? Tactiles could be lethal if it's a charge minion. I don't think there's many charge minions left in the game.
What to do?
This would die if it does it though. I think we just kill it here.
There is little time.
I think I'll just pack the house here. If he has a brawl, let it happen. Nope, didn't have a brawl. We're on a 6 streak here.
Throw versus
Kel'Thuzad.
Your curiosity will be the end of you. For Doomhammer.
Schooling, nice. Just don't have to use the novice zapper. Pack the houses in hand, we like that. Hopefully the enemy doesn't discover a spell in my hand. How's Kel'Thuzad a mage? Wouldn't that be a warlock? Yeah, this covers that pretty well.
Me not shady.
I take out 2 of his cards for my 1. So that's a pretty good deal. Granted, he does get a spell out of it. And I still have a Prana left over, even though that Prana is not that useful. Prana could be pretty useful for this. Because I could coin it out the following turn. I'm pretty sure I just do this. That takes this out and survives. And it prevents him from putting something stronger out.
All ends with death.
That's a pretty good play for him, I suppose. Play I was gonna make. Doesn't quite work out now. Of course I could do this. Alright, maybe this is okay here. The other option is just coin command them to
Wind and breath. Blown away. Blown away.
Could just kill this, and I guess I should. There's no point in that, I suppose. So, I'll either have to hero power this,
I'll stop this show.
which is fine. Because it means he doesn't get that powerful of a lord out, and I can do a bunch of various things here. I think we just Piranha and Backstage Bouncer. That way I can coin pack the house if I need to.
Give that minion a turn to get ready.
I hope this fits on the ship.
Okay, coin pack the house could work. Command Neptulon could work. I could command and do the Flow Rider. I think I like that. Command Neptulon actually doesn't work out mana-wise. I could go Jazz Bass, Flow Rider, Zapper. Or Jazz Bass, Zapper, Flow Rider, 3, 4, 5. Still isn't great on the mana. I think we just coin out the pack. Not the greatest, but whatever. We'll definitely need a board clear now. It's okay. I mean, Tar Creeper's a good one. It could be worse. That first pack the house was just ridiculous because I had the 10-10. If I play this, I could find Jam Session, which would be pretty good. But my mana doesn't work out super well there. I think we just command, so kill that. I assume if he didn't have a board clear last turn, he doesn't have one now. So, I mean, he had the one that he traded back, so he could draw. Still's not going to kill half my board, though. It'll kill the right half. Wow, creepy by Christ. Oh, this game. Yes, I'll play around him having a priest card. Sure. Poisonous. That could be good to drop down now. Alright, let's get this in here. Unfortunately, altered chord. Could do Ancestral Knowledge or Altered Chord. I think since we already have a Hex, maybe the Ancestral Knowledge is better. So we can do that. And we'll put that down. So So I'm on 9. I could overload one more here.
The storm is in me.
Still has that other board clear, but I don't think we play into that.
Now, what's troubling you?
We have no idea what that could be. What the fuck? Oh, this game is so dumb.
Elements guide me.
We'll put this down first if it's the counter minion thing. Objection, I guess. Or maybe the mirror image or whatever still exists in Arena. I'm a dumbass. That other fight, for some reason I thought it didn't reset the attack to 3. So I had my math wrong on that other fight. I think that could be a hex target. The only problem is if it's the fucking... that card that got us last time. That would obviously be annoying.
I've got more left in me.
Alright, so it is that. That makes this a pretty easy hex. Is it hex? I feel like I could get a better hex.
Elements guide me.
I can get a better hex. This thing can't really tell right now.
Always a little guide me. Going hard!
Clear the board. It's not that great. Man, this guy has survived a Pack the House and a Command of the Neptulon. It's just ridiculous how many fucking board clears. He's cleared my entire board like 5 fucking times. Jesus. Alright, we gotta put back... We'll put that back and hex that. But this is starting to get out of control.
Return from whence you came.
Just... as lame as it is, I think I'm gonna do
Elements
this.
guide me.
It's a double hex, basically. I have these other 2 weapons, so it's like... and then he has that as well. I mean, I can't beat someone of that broken a deck. There's literally no skill to it. It's like I either put my board... I either make a board and try to get in on tempo, or I don't play anything and just die. I got my board cleared like 5 fucking times, and then if I don't put the board down, then he'll put stuff down. Literally nothing I can do. The annoying thing is he doesn't even have those board clears in his deck. All of them were discoveries. Fucking so annoying. Hate that shit. So the game before, or whatever it was, great example of a good arena game. That game, horrible example of an arena game. No skill to be had. Just get a bunch of board clears so your opponent can't play the game.
The possibilities are endless.
We'll start with the Carving Chisel. It's crazy because I played like all of my broken cards and I still lost. I have a frickin' Wind Fury,
Job's done.
card that basically makes any... It's like he puts down like these legendaries like Divine Shield, these fucking death rattles, like hexing shit. I'm like, what can I even do? Fucking ridiculous.
Elements guide me.
Another mage, yay. Can't wait to see what balanced shit comes my way. I feel like mage is more broken than shaman even when I see some decks like that. Please give me something to play here. Flow Rider.
Elements guide me.
I don't know if I should play it. I think we should because I have such a bad turn 4 here potentially that I may just need a 2-1. We're slowing him down by forcing him to hero power at least. He's got 2 arcane bolts in hand. It's not anything I can really play around, unfortunately. Okay, jam session. I can work with that.
Elements guide me.
Two healing totems, nice. You can kill it with the arcane bolts though. But I'll still at least have these other totems on board. We're overloaded though, we still could have a horrible next turn if we keep drawing too high of stuff. He's really saving those arcane bolts. I'm not opposed to hexing that. But I don't know. It doesn't seem like I can finish. Fuck. Alright, whatever. Just gotta live with it. At least we got a top totem there. That helps a little bit. He's really trying to hold those arcane bolts till they level up though. Once we get to turn 8, we'll be doing 3 damage. It's only 3 versus 2 damage, though. I guess if you're playing against a mage, you should just concede. I don't know. I'd hate to say it, but that's kind of how it almost seems. It's like you just can't play anything. You literally can't play anything. Unless you're me. If you're me and you're mage, you don't get a single board clearing. Because, like, they don't have spells, they have the minions. It's just, like, ridiculous, dude. Fucking can't stand it. It's so aggravating. I'm not taking this. This card doesn't seem that good. I feel like I've even been pretty lucky with what it's been swapping me out, but it's like...
Rot into my core.
Okay, I think we just do this. Command Neptulon. Unfortunately, not like super great here.
Elements guide me.
I'm not going to be greedy with this thing. I think I just need to make it... I don't want this guy to be able to die here. Just, oh, great.
Audio processing.
I think he didn't draw a secret, so that's good at least. This turn is definitely just this.
Going hard!
How does he have so many cards still? I guess he discovered a bunch. Discover is such a stupid mechanic.
Did that just...
What a delightful party.
Elements guide me.
All this power is mine.
Damn, what is all this spells? He still has his coin, so one of those cards is a coin. I think if he doesn't have a bunch of late game cards, he might be looking okay here. Yeah. He's out of gas, as long as he doesn't top deck some crazy stuff here. Like we just did.
What to do? Elements guide me.
Okay, what do we got here? Alright, nothing that really does much, it's just a bunch of stats. What did you top deck? Pretty good top deck, but I think we got that one covered pretty well. I'm gonna save my Hex for something that has like a death rattle or something. This does plenty of damage, so let's do that. I think I'll put this down. I'd rather keep my Command Neptulon. If he has a board clear,
From whence you
Who here can spell Zilajari? Anybody?
Great. Wonder what spell he got. The wording on this is so weird. Deal 3 damage.
The stars.
Maybe I shouldn't have traded in there. Because you can hero power. There was a chance, though, that I got a healing totem. Like a 50-50, but I don't know. Sick top deck, dude. Oh, this game. Sorks. I'm not even like that confident I'll win from here. That's how like stupid this is. But I think at this point we should do that. We can just Top deck's another board clear. I think I'll just not have that down. 5, 6, that dies. So those are 10, 11. It's not like I get lethal by putting that down, so we'll just hold it.
I'll stop this show!
Oh god, don't tell me he gets another fucking... Jesus, dude. A fireball. That one. It's just like... What's next, you know? What's next? Okay, I am just gonna put this down and throw it. Surely you can't have anything to deal with this, right? Surely you can't. Alright, good. Good, good, good. Why didn't you use your coin earlier?
The day is yours. Finding you.
That was about to make me pull my hair out. Please, no more mages. Shaman is probably more powerful, but it's way less frustrating to lose to Shaman, I think. I don't know that that's true. I don't know that that's true. At least they're just not like constantly wiping out your board. But I guess, well, I guess we'll find out. I guess we'll find out. So,
My elements are frightful. For Doomhammer.
probably... Man, that backstage bouncer is tempting to keep. Probably should just really go for the early game here, though. Alright, we'll do schooling at the start. If I have to trade this back, I will. This is definitely a worse hand than we had. Does trade put it at the bottom of the deck? No, it just goes into the deck. The elusive turn 2 with no coin. A lot of thinking to be done. Guess we just do that. It's unfortunately pretty... Anything I do here is not great into that. I could have coined this out, but then what am I doing next turn, you know?
They need our care. Now more than ever.
Play minion. We need to fucking take that. Did you have to get a fucking taunt totem? Did you have to get a taunt totem?
What?
Did you absolutely just have to get a taunt totem? Now I can technically kill this, so we should. Put the 2 here. Now the question is, do I coin that out? I think I do. Otherwise, I'm never going to be able to catch up here. And I don't have it next turn anyway, and I can just put down the Piranha thing. If I can get that Piranha thing down to stick, the Murloc, maybe we're in an okay spot. Worst comes to worst, I do have a reduced...
Wind that bless.
Okay, I'm getting wrecked here. Yeah, we gotta trade this back. Alright, jam session. I can just totem in that if I have to. Actually, I have 5 mana. I can just do this.
Gladly.
Dormant for 1 turn. Immune while attacking. What the fuck? Hmm. 6 damage, you say? Now we could get this technically out of range. I guess it's just this in jam session. At least I'm getting a pro.
I go so far.
So you'd have to deal 1 more damage to kill it. I think we're gonna lose here. I need to draw pack the house or command Neptulon, I think. If by some miracle he can't deal with this, how is this fucking...
Naxxramas never lacks corpses.
Alright, I'm gonna sack this into this. And we'll just give him...
What to do?
I don't have to give him anything here necessarily.
I hope this fits on the ship.
Ugh. For some late game stuff there, but instead I pulled out. I guess Yaz base will be okay. I have the lightning storm.
A thirst beyond death.
Wind and brass, blown away.
I am A-okay if, with the lightning storm in hand, I am A-okay if he wants to spend all his mana on this. If I can draw like something at 5 or like around 5 to 4 mana, or even 3 mana. Could do that. Dumbass. Well, technically, there's probably no punish here. You know what? I don't know that I'll play that. Problem is if I draw the other weapons, it's fine. I got a turn. So I should have put that in first to improve it, but it really doesn't matter that much because I don't have any spells at this point.
Fight until you can't no more.
This will be fine. Very interesting.
Elements guide me. We do the living cannot.
That was pretty bad. Guess I should have packed that. I guess I should have packed the house, I don't know. I will say I probably didn't play that one that well, but honestly, what was I going to do? I could have played it better, but I don't. I was getting absolutely stomped. The dude still had like 20 cards in his fucking hand. So it is what it is. It was a good deck, though. Let's see what we got here.
Rare golden comet.
Standard, just pack. What do we got here? Tavern Pass. What did I get? Oh, cool. It's funny seeing the decks I used to have. I'm curious if I can. So if I say core shaman or custom deck, not that. Is it this? God damn it. Standard or core? What is the difference? Standard and core. No tooltip on core, so who knows? Just trying to see, because this doesn't really. I was hoping I could like limit to what the arena cards are, which is annoying, right? So I basically have to look up online if I want to find out. I was just trying to see, to try to see like. What was that thing that he had at the end there, where he just like transformed every minion? That was like a pretty frickin' ridiculous card. It doesn't even seem like it's in the Shaman set. So what if I just say, I don't know, transform. Second City, Lich King, Festival, Standard. I don't know. Well, who knows what the card was. Oh, maybe it was Evolve. Oh, maybe I have to craft. See, I have to craft it. Maybe it was transform then. It transformed his entire board. Well, I don't know. Guess I'll have to go back and check the footage. Like, whatever the hell that card was just like ridiculous. And then he followed it up with a freaking Bloodlust. I think my deck might have been... I think I was offered one Bloodlust, but the tier list rated it so low that I didn't even really consider it. But I could see it being good. I mean, I usually had a board. As long as the mage wasn't clearing it all the time. Whatever. Yes, I'm salty. Bye.